We don't fit in at this party, Nicholas. It's no longer an extraterrestrial alien recon like happy place. I'm happy with my baby L-E-L, meaning God. Universally speaking, I agree. I can deal with it as long as we have each other. But you're nowhere to be found and I'm driving myself. So, I really never cared. I really didn't think I had to explain this much to humans. I thought, like, let your equipment read. There was enough for, like, that national security. Right, what happened to, like, the Fed? You mean, like, the female light year? She educates you? That's the FED? Like, ahead of time, so you National Guards don't fuck up? Oh, right, wait, which teams am I playing? Oh my god. Yeah, I thought you all could play together. I didn't realize that you had to play against one another. Yeah, I mean, in, like, stupid, like, everywhere you go, you realize, like, the more you take from the Fed and the national lottery and debt system in prior years and try to, like, grease the monkey, the wheels, and the spoons, the worse it's going to get for you in the future because everybody's just going to jump ship and try to join your happy party in the Americas. And you're going to forget that you're supposed to work like a 50-year career. It's like a lifetime job to be national security and the Fed to make sure that nobody gets in that you don't want to breed with your family and have your grandchildren to look like. Right, yeah, see, it's not so funny. Like in actually this is 2020. I'm looking around. We were serious back then. I'm still serious now. I just don't know. I mean, I know I lost my good crew back in, like, we're smart in 1900s. Even Grandma, like, there was some good ones there. They were like, yeah, no, we're not letting them in. Okay, great. Then what happened to, like, giving us head counts? Like, at the utility vehicles, like, we're the careers. You're supposed to give your career people, like, we're the national shield. We're, like, right, you know, I woke up in 1978. I'm like, okay, Judy, if something goes wrong and there's a crime, who do we call as humans? Judy's like, well, you call the local police. I'm like, okay, what are they called? NYPD. Right, no, they said that was the bad one. Right, no, they're like the baby police, like they write parking tickets. What's the police over? What's the big brother to the babies? Like NYPD's like the Stevie of the family. They dress them up like they're really important, but they're not. Where are the big brothers? Where are the Uncle Eddies to the Stevie relationship on a Gunder scale, Aunt Judy? She's like, well, what do you mean? There's nobody above Uncle Stevie level. I'm like, no, trust me, there is, Aunt Judy. Like, because if something happens in, like, I don't know, what's the nearest faraway place, Judy? She's like, the nearest far. What do you mean, Nicole? I know you're serious. I see that you just woke up from a nap and you're all business. I'm trying to help you, but right. I'm like, okay, wait. What are those things called? Like, you said we're in New York. What's another version of New York, Aunt Judy? I'm like, do any of the Gunders? Oh, didn't one of the Gunders move far away? Where'd the Gunder that moved far away? What does she live in? She lives in Arizona. That's Aunt Carol. That's your godmother. Right, yeah, okay. So if something happens in Aunt Carol's Arizona, they don't call NYPD, the Uncle Stevie's, the baby police that they dress up. What is Arizona called if they have a problem? And Judy's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, but who do we call to ask those kind of, is there like an operator? Like, I mean, I know that you guys use phones. What are the phones for? If you have like a long distance problem, who do you call, Aunt Judy? She's like, I never really thought of it, Nicole. I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, in the Gunder 10, when you have a problem, who do you go to? She's like, well, normally I go to Uncle Eddie. She's like, but this doesn't seem like an Uncle Eddie can answer this kind of a question. I'm like, okay, so who's our next best brother in the family? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I mean, Bobby and Cliffy are the only two that actually got out of the Gunder drinking thing. I'm like, oh, right, okay, like follow Grandpa's footsteps, right, okay. So how do we get a hold of them, and how quickly can we get an answer on this, Aunt Judy? I have like people waiting elsewhere for this. Your answer. She's like, no. She's like, I get it. She's like, It might not be today, Nicole, because I have to drop you off at home soon. She's like, but I will, as I always do, I promise, and I'll write it down on my stenographer's, my scratch pad, and then next time I see you and I babysit you, she's like, I'll give you the answer. Is that good? And I'm like, why, this isn't something that we can get a hold of today and we could get this fixed right away and like I can get the answer right away? I was like, we really have to put time in between the answer and my question? Why do we have to waste time, Aunt Judy? I thought that's why you have a phone to call anybody, anytime, anywhere to reach out and like get answers. Isn't that what you said, the teleportation device where you throw your voice a long way, like that magic, like the magic of the phone? Isn't that what it's for, Aunt Judy? Not just call Grandma, like make fun of my mom and Aunt Marie, right? And find out how many people are mad at us today? Right, we didn't need a head count of how many Gunders hated us out of the 10 for asking these kinds of questions, since everybody's like grounded teenagers and Aunt Judy and I are the only adults on the transparency field, like drumming up some new, like, we got a national security problem on the horizon. Kiddo said so, and I can't believe what she says, because it really makes sense. Yeah, that's how transparency works. What did you all do when you were kids? I'm just curious. Yeah, I've been playing for national security since the day I was 3, and I could speak to my Aunt Judy, and she was actually somewhat helpful. The other 10 Gunders were as useless as fucking anything. They were like they were like the terrorism. Aunt Judy was counterterrorism, and I had 9 terrorists in the Gunder. Like, you guys sound crazy. Like, I wouldn't talk on, that's Stevie. I wouldn't talk in public like that. You sound crazy. Yeah, okay, it's not gonna be crazy, Uncle Stevie, when in 2001 people were like blowing up World Trade Centers and towers. Same thing in 1991. You want to still tell me I'm crazy, Uncle Stevie? I don't know. I've been doing this gig since I was a kid.